Hi everyone, Alex here, and today we're going to learn how to play the tongue drum, check out playing techniques further, and break down one that I've named the trill. I gave it such a name since I came up with it, so to speak. Perhaps someone else has a different name for it, or it could be a well-known technique, but I'm not sure. I discovered it while learning by myself. I enjoy it and frequently use it in various styles of playing, integrating it with other techniques. And I will share the knowledge I possess with you guys. I will demonstrate how it sounds on different tongue drums. My favorite sound is from the double-sided one, and I'll play a little on it now to show how it sounds with different techniques. Not just as a separate technique, but how it fits into tunes, how often it's used, and how it contributes to the tune itself. And then we'll discuss how to practice it separately. What a beauty! And really, if you only play the technique and nothing else, there's no real point in that, right? Such strumming is incredible, but it's only beautiful to a certain extent. When you add it to a tune at a point and so on, my association with it is that it's like, well, it sounds as if there's a kind of delay, a kind of sound reflection, so it's a sort of dubbing. It has a slightly cosmic quality, generating an effect of rising tension and so forth. And it's played very simply. The technique involves just moving 2 or 3 fingers, which is obviously a very basic motion. 2 fingers alternate rapidly, performing the motion very quickly. Yes, to some extent. Or even 3 fingers. So how did I practice this technique? It was simply by playing with my fingers, without a steel tongue drum, anywhere like on a desk or table surface. I would also play on my knees, doing simple finger exercises to develop these joints, so my fingers could move. And they would move. For instance, I could take a box and practice on it, or silently on my knees. It's the same thing. The goal is just to develop those joints so that this fine movement becomes natural. So this is the beginning of the technique. Later I'll show you how to add accents, weave it into melodies and so on, but the first thing to understand is these movements. For example, this technique is poorly developed on my right hand, as one of my fingers was once broken and now something is wrong with it. The bone has healed incorrectly. It's tough for me. If I practice this technique for a while, my hand eventually gets tired here. But I can still use it. I mainly use the technique on my left hand, and when I combine it with the right one, the left hand plays along while the right sets the accents. Let's see. In other words, it can sound like this, without accents. You know, there's such strumming, like raindrops falling, I suppose. If I start accenting with my right hand, there's already some motion, some rhythm, and this strumming serves as a sort of acceleration, a background. Then I can move my right hand along the tongues. And I can also move my left hand across different tongues and create some movements, like these delays. It basically creates a pleasant background overall. What do I suggest? I suggest that you start practicing. Do these movements as often as possible, preferably on some surfaces, not just in the air, even literally on your knees or on a desk or table, or even on the armrests somewhere in a movie theater. So I would often sit and watch a movie doing this all the time. As for you guys, you can try practicing this technique with a metronome. Now I'll set it to a tempo of 80. And you simply count 1, 2, 3, 4. You simply tap this count with one finger of your left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. With the second finger you play in between, creating a counting rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you can practice it this way, guys. You can practice it without a metronome, but using one can make it a bit more exciting since it provides a sort of background rhythm. And you can practice this to improve your playing technique as a separate one. So you also need to work on these joints to play the trill easily. But at the same time, you train sound production for your basic technique, just sound production. And if you continue to increase the tempo, for example, to 120 gradually, starting from 80, then 85, then 90, adding, for instance, 5 more and more, ending up with 120. And you know you can go even higher, 140. You just get used to it. But later, when you start implementing this technique with some practice on the right side, everything might happen even faster, and the metronome won't matter at all. You need to use your fingers for this. Say you've learned to work with them quickly. The right hand will be accentuating. The left hand will be filling. Imagine it's a warm-up now. And now, please watch. I'll be playing this pattern to begin with. I'll just be using my right hand on my knees to avoid sound production, while the left one will be playing along. This is how the left hand plays without the right one. There's one accent followed by this strumming. In fact, although I've been using this technique for a while, even after all these years, my wrist gets tired in the end. But this technique develops the sound production very well. Bear it in mind. To enhance productivity while learning, you can also, for instance, put your wrist on the tongue drum and do this strumming from time to time. As I mentioned, this will develop both the technique itself and the speed of your fingers. Let me explain how it can be combined with a thumb. It's also done to a metronome. I'll turn it on. Tempo 111. Well, the tempo doesn't really matter, choose any you like. That is, the right hand constantly emphasizes the beat of the metronome. It sounds kind of smeared. It eventually sounds pretty smooth. And of course, to avoid getting bored, you can use the following technique. For example, choose any 3 tongues and start combining transitions on them. The rhythm is still the same. The right hand just puts the accents. the left hand does some simple strumming on another tongue. I would even describe this technique as more of an embellishment for the performance, yet it's still quite lovely. I want to explain why I enjoy its sound on a double-sided tongue drum the most. The double-sided instrument produces numerous resonances because it has two sides. Some tongues are duplicated, well, I mean the notes, and they resonate with each other, creating such waves. And when you use this technique, something from below starts to harmonize, creating an ambient background. Do you hear it? The bottom side begins to resonate with a hum. Thus you apply this technique, which produces such slaps and these vivid, elevated tones. Underneath, a resonant background has built up, creating a feeling that you are crafting a composition. This is also somewhat present in other tongue drums, but to a lesser extent. Let me demonstrate how this technique can be applied to different tongue drums and used in tunes. I personally enjoy starting with it, meaning that I have an Oceanic tongue drum, and you can take a slightly meditative approach through it. What occurs is that this tune buildup feels fast right now, but it's quick because of the strumming. However, the notes I intersperse are rather slow, so there are not many. They come in as accents, and this creates a sensation when playing that there's a meditative quality, yet it feels like it will soon accelerate. Something is brewing, you know. And after a while, you could go into this fast tempo directly. And I want you to understand that it sounds great on any steel tongue drum, even on a regular tank drum, our Midi drum. And it beautifully enhances the sound there. It just pulls out some overtones from the note, so if you actually have the note, this is the same one with this kind of thing. I'd love to hear what associations you have with this sound and technique. Perhaps you could share it with us, and I'd be pleased to read it as I struggle to find the right words myself. Although I use it regularly, I find it enjoyable in terms of sensations, both when I hear it and when I play. Also, the act of performing it is quite beneficial for my fine motor skills. If you have a new wave tongue drum, I'd like you to know that the back plug is a great training tool. For this technique, indeed, you can simply practice on it. The plug has a nice ring to it. It's nice to play on it with various rhythms, you know. Simply practice it. Set accents and gradually learn. So I've explained how to deal with this technique to make it work, as well as the specifics, like how to embed it into your rhythms and how to emphasize certain accents. In our upcoming lessons, I'll explore various techniques, including rhythm, pulsation, and accents, and will soon launch a video course on playing the tongue drum. You'll be able to purchase it, and these topics will be included there too. If you found this video helpful, please write your comments below. If anything is unclear or missing, do let us know, and we will consider it for future improvements. Again, if this video was helpful, let us know what you liked. Subscribe for new video lessons on playing techniques, they are coming soon, or share what else would be interesting for you to know. Make sure to mention that too. Subscribe to our channel, and I wish you all the best. This was Alex from Kosmosky, and see you soon.